Hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of DevChatter. My name is Brendan, and I noticed we got a couple of auto hosts there while we were in our startup mode there, so thank you for both of those. Welcome anybody who is from those streams. This is DevChatter, and obviously what you can see around me is Visual Studio. So we are going to be writing some .NET Core code. Obviously we could have been writing .NET code, but we're not using the full framework. We're running .NET Core in this project. The project that we're going to be continuing today is actually the chatbot still. However, I do have plans to go back, and we are going to be working on the game tracker program very soon. We actually have a pull request that came in from that I want to review. And why am I not seeing chat? Chat is happening, but I'm not seeing it. Hang on one second. Because I see... Let's see, Arid Tag, Async Awake, Twitch Love, to Haloja. Yeah, so, you are correct, Haloja. My schedule does tend to work pretty well for the EU crowd. Alright, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and test chat again. Okay, good. I'm seeing chat now. I don't know why mine didn't start going when you guys were typing there. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and get started, and hopefully I didn't miss anything terribly important that popped into chat at the beginning. So I've got the bot running, so as you guys can see from the chat, there is a bot that's running in there that will respond to various commands. All the regulars, of course, know that. And if you want to see the command list, pretty much guess a way of calling the command list, and you're probably going to get the command list. Heck, I think if you even type command list, it's ignoring the word list there, but the main point is it still showed you the command list. So, anyway, that's the bot that we are developing here, and it'll respond to a lot of the things that you would expect of a normal bot. Uptime, and various other commands. And anything it's missing, obviously, you can make a request for, and we can add it. As an example, if you head out to our GitHub, which I will go ahead and link in chat here, which, even if you're watching this video after the fact, is going to appear over on the left there. It's github.com/devchatter. You will find our projects, including the DevChatter bot, where you can add issues that you would like us to work on stream. Okay, let me go ahead and make a couple of minor adjustments here to my setup. And there we go. Okay. Wait, to the left? Isn't that... Isn't, well, that's my left. That's your guys' right. Sorry about that. Anyway, hang on. Okay, so, the feature that I was planning on working on today, which I thought would be a pretty easy one, and one that we could go ahead and get started in, is this issue that we opened a couple of weeks ago and no one has tackled yet. I put it on here because I was like, this is one a lot of people would be able to knock out for us. So no one has yet, so I'm going to go ahead and knock it out because I think it will be another good example of our operations working. And while I do know that if we do extract out a more significant way of doing our operations, this is going to change, I still like this one. So I am going to do this one. So, let's knock a couple of things out first. And then after we take care of this one, I am going to go back and we're going to clean up our local repositories and everything. So, step one. In order to delete our quotes out of the system, we're going to need to make a delete quote operation. Is the way of doing this before we figure out how to get reuse out of our operations. Just checking to make sure no one's saying anything all that interesting in chat. I see you guys are having fun with the rock, paper, scissors game. Angry little hamster. Nice. Someone sent you some coins. Ah, because you couldn't join the rock, paper, scissors game. Yes, you can join now. Thank you, Async Awake, for passing out some coins. Okay, delete quote operation. So for this, it's a very simple one. So I am thinking that we want to make this a base command operation because we don't want to do anything fancy with this one. And then the next thing we want to do is implement the abstract items from this one. And I'm going to go ahead and sort usings. The way I did that was I hit Control-RG, and that actually is built into Visual Studio and does a sort and remove unused usings. Hope you're having a good day, everybody, including Angry Little Hamster, so welcome. Also, I saw Mr. Bad News show up, so welcome, Mr. Bad News. Okay, so operand words. For this one, we are saying new list of string. Oh, right, we did it as this. Okay. I shouldn't have done it this way. I realize a mistake that I'm going to fix later. Okay, so we want to accept rm. We'll accept del. We'll accept remove. We'll accept delete. These are all great words that I would understand to mean delete, and someone might guess. So, works well enough. Yeah, you don't want the angry little hamster to get any angrier, so it's important to sate him with coins. Hertz 3H, or however that's pronounced. Yes, there's a chat bot, which I think pretty much everybody likes to do a chat bot because they're kind of fun. Okay, so we've got that one, and then the next thing we need is some help text. And for the help text, I think a good set of help text would be what would be some good help text here? Remove the we're going to leave it blank for now. Alright. Yes, exactly, Arid Tag. That's what we need to do. We're going to make a generic one. Yes, that's what we're going to do, Arid Tag. You have it precisely. So if anybody here read what I wrote on Reddit when I posted for the Watch People Code subreddit, I did say that we were going to add features and refactor. So I think Arid Tag has figured out where we're going on this one. So what I am going to do now is I'm going to jump over to the quote command. So if we take a look at our quote command, you'll see that we have actually, I wanted to go up here, add quote. Wait, did I not extract out add quote? Oh, no, I didn't. It's still in here. Okay. I didn't even make an operation for adding quotes yet. So let's see. I guess we'll bring that one out too while we're at it. Add a new quote. Chat client, which means that this operation, delete quote operation, needs to have a constructor with a repository in it. So I am going to add our repository. And we're going to say repository. And is there a way to just tell it to make one? I don't know. As I said, so this is the perfect opportunity to actually mention to everyone here that I am going to ask Mark Miller, who is the DevExpress employee who is going to show me the ropes on CodeRush. I'm going to ask him if he can do this same time tomorrow, and he was going to show me how to use CodeRush. And what we want to do is so he was going to show me how to use CodeRush so that I would not, be fumbling along and not using CodeRush, and because I don't really know how to use it yet. And I asked him if he would be up for doing it as part of a stream, and he is. And so I am going to send him an event for tomorrow. So he said that we could do it tomorrow, and I just need to find a time that works. My plan is to make it so that we're doing it at the same time that we started today. So in about 24 hours, we're going to do a bonus stream tomorrow where we are going to use CodeRush. Haloja, to answer the question, I don't know. I haven't used CodeRush in over a decade, and I'm often hearing good things, and one of the annoyances I've been running into lately is slowdown in Visual Studio, so I figure why not try some other things. It was also suggested in our Discord, which, by the way, if you are interested in talking after the stream, or during the stream, or really whenever, with other developers, you can check out our Discord. I posted a link in chat, so you can see it over on the right-hand side, all the way over there in that chat box if you're watching this in a video. But we do talk regularly over there, and what I was going to say is that someone was suggesting that I might try doing the same thing with riders, so that's a possibility. I will reach out to JetBrains at some point and see what they think about that idea of maybe walking me through that as well, and then we could potentially do a few rider streams on here where we're not just fumbling through, although I might try to do one where I fumble through before we have the expert so that we can just see what we ran into, because you only get to be new to something once. Okay, so we want to try and delete. We're going to get a command received event args object, which means that we are going to be able to grab a few arguments off the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of these. So arguments, that's going to need system link. So we're going to say element header default 0 is argument 1. This one I don't think we care about because this was the one that told us delete. And then this one should be the quote number, we hope. So what we're going to say is okay, hang on. It looks like CodeRush is saying that Visual Studio stole the thing. So it looks like it's saying that CodeRush got blocked by Visual Studio. Yeah, Twitchloff. I'm actually running a pretty good computer already. That's the annoyance. It's not too bad on mine, and for the most part it's just Visual Studio popping up these complaints for me saying, oh, it was slowed down. I'm like, it was slowed down? I didn't really notice, but sure, I believe you. Okay. You can press escape to close IntelliSense when you need to expand a template. Okay, so let's try that again now. No. Really? Okay, well, it's not going to give it to me. So, that's annoying. Thanks, guys. How did you know I wanted to not actually have that stuff work? I'm sure Mark can tell me what really annoying thing I'm running into there. So this is going to be out int, and then this is going to be quote number. Okay. And then this, anything interesting on number styles? Nope. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and say that, and then we're going to say and quote number is greater than 0. We don't have a quote 0, do we? Okay, we don't have a quote 0. Hey, Swifty Spiffy, welcome. No one else said hi. Well, oh, Janiscu showed up. Hi, Janiscu, welcome. I don't think I said hi to you yet. And if I missed someone, I apologize. Hello. Okay, so let's figure out what we want to do here. So we're making sure that we actually got that number, and then what I want to do is find out if that quote is actually in the database. So I want to grab a single item. I want to use a... Do I have a quote policy? Quote policy. Alright, now here's the point where I'm missing resharper already. See, I do need to get Mark on here so I can actually figure out how to do this one. Alright, so we're going to hop over here. I can still do this the old-fashioned way. Quote entity policy. There it is. Yes, we don't have that one. Yeah, so Swifty, it does, there's a difference between if you checked for a number and if you checked for a letter. I was not all that great about it. So we're going to say dot by quote ID, and then we're going to pass in, oh, I called it quote number. Well, that's basically the same thing. And then this is going to get stored in a variable. So we're going to call this quote is that. And we're going to say quote dot, so assuming that that exists, if quote equals null, and I want to return, we don't seem to have a quote number. Okay, so that one will get that working, and then otherwise we are going to return, well, after we actually delete it, but deleted quote deleted, actually, let's do this. We're going to say backslash that and backslash that, and then we're actually going to put the quote in here. So let's say quote dot text, and then we're going to put the number at the end. Deleted quote that, number that. Please specify a valid quote number to delete. Okay, so now we just need to actually do the deletion. Remove, and we're going to remove the quote. Except I'm an idiot. Well, I guess it can be removed from the database and we can still talk about it. We can still use the in-memory object. So that won't matter. So this should work. It's a little fiddly. Alright. One other thing we gotta add here before I move on. I need to hop over to the base command operation. How do I... Forget how I was restricting these. Let me take a look elsewhere. So, anybody's able to call command list, but only certain people were able to use this one. Okay, so we just did a check in here. Okay. I need to make that nicer at some point, too, it would seem. If event args dot chat user dot can chat user run command user role dot mod, you need to be a moderator to delete a quote. Alright, there we go. CBRO. IRC CBRO. And that is the answer to your question. Thank you for the cover there, Arid-Tag. I think Swifty Spiffy could actually tell you a lot if Swifty Spiffy is still around here. Swifty Spiffy is one of the maintainers of the TwitchLib library. Yeah. Man, I remember using IRC back in college. Ah, okay. WebSocket for net. There you go. That's what it's using to connect. See, Swifty Spiffy'd be able to give you the best answer there. Twitch does a lot of things, CBRO. They keep in mind they also have like 3 APIs, so it's a little ridiculous. Although they're eventually going to be down to just one. It's a little crazy how many of those things they keep running. Okay, so we said you need to be a moderator to delete a quote. I think that is gonna work. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop our bot. Exit. Exit. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get this spinning again. Take a look at what we get. That's not what I meant to click. Hang on while I just click all the wrong things. Alright. So that should be working there. Yes. And also, Twitchloff. Yeah, so you'll get a lot of debate on that one, and I think it also depends on what the line is too. Because for example, I know some people that if it's just going to end up being like, you know, if and then true, and it's like some short little thing, and then they just say return, and they can do it all in one line like that. I'm more okay with these being one-liners like that and not having curlies. But, you know, it really depends. So, I like the consistency that it gives, to put it this way. Yeah, exactly, CBRO. If it can all be on one line, I'm good with it not having curlies. And the reason why is because we end up breaking a lot of statements like this, and so it makes it easier to tell. So with these, which ones are actually, you know, changing control flow, and which ones are just someone put a new line in there at a glance. So, yeah, see? Not like in programming that any of us have strong opinions. Okay, so the bot should be running now. So I am going to go ahead and check our quotes. And how many quotes do we have in there? Okay, oh, that's interesting. Quote 9. Oh, sorry. What about something like this? Haloja, I don't know what you typed in there that got blocked. You got timed out by Nightbot twice, according to my things. Yeah, the tabs and spaces battle. Everybody's gonna have that one. Okay, so we do have a quote. Gosh, I sure hope this works. Alright, so what's quote 10 then? Don't ever write production code that looks like this. Don't ever write production code that looks like this. Okay. Alright, so we're going to do quote and this one is not right. And I'm going to use the wrong right. And then I'm going to say Brendan. Do I need to say anything other than that? Created quote 11. So I'm going to say quote 11. I'm going to say quote remove 11. Nope. Bummer. Oh, right, I never actually wired it up. Alright, guys. It's time to actually make this thing do a thing. I'm just gonna steal this. Wait, you mean I actually have to make the code do something? What's that? That's... You guys are crazy. You're talking crazy, man. Delete quote. Delete quote operation. There we go. This is going to be an I command operation using that. I don't have a list of operations yet. That's this one. I forgot to pull that over. And I'm going to shift this up to the top as well. Are you guys still inciting developer holy wars in chat? That parsing is pretty nifty. Yeah, everybody forgets that. Forgetting to wire up always bites. Man. I am rolling over here, man. That was a good one. That was a good one. Alright, now I'm gonna steal that. Alright, so we're saying argument 1 would be that. We're going to say if we got one, then we are going to go in here and then we are going to return without doing anything else. But first, we're going to call our operation. Try to execute, pass in the event args. And then that should be the end of it. Yeah, see, Swifty Spiffy? You just need to ask a moderator to do it for you. Haloja, I don't like doing null checks for this sort of thing. Not a big fan of it. And I know there are a number of ways around it. For example, I could make the access of my operations collection, do some kind of a get with an output parameter, for example, and then it could be based on the result of that, so I don't have to do a null check, which is a nicer way to do it. So I could technically let I could probably let someone else add quotes Swifty Spiffy if I wanted to be nice about it. That's just a dangerous one, letting people control what the bot says. Just because I don't want my bot getting banned off of Twitch, man. Nightbot will lay the smack down. Alright, so I think now it ought to work. I don't think I missed anything this time, so stop, exit, there we go. Let's go ahead and run this again. Bot's going to re-enter the building. Get ready for it. Here comes the bot. Quote, delete, 11. Nope. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and do this then. Whoops. Go to implementation. It's amazing how many things I only know how to do in ReSharperland right now. Oh, I didn't print out the text. It might have worked. So, I'm going to say string message equals that, and then I need to say chat client dot send message. Now the question is, did I already delete that one? Alright, let's take a look. We don't have an 11 anymore. Okay, so we did the delete. It just didn't tell me it deleted it. Let's bring it back up again. Let's do it again. Quote add. Now we're going to see what numbering it does, because to be honest, I'm not sure what numbering it's going to do. That is the new number. Or is it broken? Okay, it made a new 11. So it says, alright, we're going to say quote delete 11. Deleted the quote. We don't seem to have a quote 12. Please specify a valid quote number to delete. Someone else want to try deleting a quote? I just want to confirm that the permissions check works. If it does, then that is a pretty good spot to be in. So, delete quotes. Arid tag, you need to be a moderator. Perfect. Fantastic, thank you. Angry Little Hamster also got blocked on that one, so that was perfect. And I like that it responds to all of our different ways of specifying delete, whether it be RM or a full delete message. Okay, so I am going to add delete quote operation. So now let's do the same thing real quickly, but for add. So I'm going to go ahead and make the add quote add quote operation. And for this one, I'm going to go ahead and copy that first part again. There we go. And then we are going to go ahead and just adjust the name from delete to add. Then I'm going to steal this. McConnie, thank you for following. Welcome. And Swifty Spiffy, I did not add in an escalate privileges command. If I do, though, you go ahead and let me know what you'd like me to put in there, just to make sure that that works for you a little bit better. Okay, so the commands on this one, we are going to allow a new list of string, and let's go ahead and say add new. Add and new both to me sound like good words for that. Swifty Spiffy, is the bug that we don't have an escalate privileges to moderator command that non-moderators can use to escalate their moderator privileges? Because if that's the case, Aaron Tag, yeah. See, the funny thing is when I put RM as the operator, as the operand for that one, I was literally thinking that it would be hilarious. Like in my head, I was just like, yeah, RM-RF. Yep. Yep. Good job. Good job. Oh yeah, create. That's a good one. Yeah. I'm gonna skip insert. I don't think anybody's gonna guess insert as a new one on quote. And I think that'll make it nice when we do end up refactoring these all to be one if we check the list of all these. So, all right. So the help text on this one, I'm not gonna worry about just yet. And then the execute, it's gonna be easy to do. What I'm gonna do for that one is I'm gonna hop over here. I'm gonna go ahead and say, let's do this. Add new quote. I'm gonna go ahead and steal that method for now. We're gonna go ahead and put it inside of here. Alright, we need do we need to know about the chat client? We don't need to know about the chat client. Who am I kidding? We don't actually have that. And then I'm gonna go steal these up to the top. Add new quote. So try to execute. We're gonna put these up here. So these are the arguments we're gonna pass in. We won't need argument 1. We will just need quote text and author. We already know argument 1 because it was in there. I'm gonna get rid of those. Quote text and author, that's what they're called in here. And chat user. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm actually just gonna chop this out of here, actually. Since we're already basically in a method specifically for this. And I just want to take our chat message sends and make them be just returns of a string. So this is going to be return, and then that. And then the chat user pieces are event-args.chatUser now. So this is event-args.chatUser. That's what we're going to replace chat user with everywhere that it was used. And repository becomes underscore repository. Unless I had a base one in here that I forgot about, did I? No. Okay. I will take a look in chat in 1 second, everybody. 1 second. Oh, we were gonna fix that. I didn't fix that yet? Oh man, that code's terrible. Don't look at that. That's awful. You don't want to see that code. Trust me. Don't look at what we did there. We didn't do anything. What are you talking about? I don't see anything. Do you see anything? I don't see anything. We're not in there. Okay, so nuke to the remove aliases. Yeah, we could. Okay. Unlimited coins for all count on street. Yeah. Is that even a number? Nope, it's not. I can add new to the OS. It seems there's no moderator tip count. Give that as a bribe. Take. No, we don't have a take. Async awake, this is not the heist branch, so you won't get that one in here. Does async awake have that many tokens? I have no idea. That's a lot of tokens. Oh, yep. Yeah, we need to remove me from the list. But yeah, Swifty Spiffy, there are some people with a lot of tokens. They show up every time. You could show up every time. Alright, so I think if I just add this to that same collection, that we're going to get the same thing over here. So if I hop over to the quote command, and I add this into our list of operations, and I say we want to have a new, we're going to pass in a repository, then inside of the quote command, we should no longer need our case for add because we broke that out, which means that this whole method can disappear because we put it elsewhere. All right. Yeah, it happens, Swifty Spiffy. It's alright. We all had to go to school at some point. As lame as that is. Alright, let's go ahead and stop the bot. And I'm going to go ahead and restart it. Oh, and I should let you guys know that we've been running for a while, and I am planning on inviting some people to be mods who are regulars in supporting of the channel and everything, so that we do have more mod support here on a regular basis. Yeah, that's true. People whose names are Swifty Spiffy should receive bonuses. So see, look, that was bonuses plural. That was 2 bonus coins. 2. Yeah, see? Plural. Alright, so I think that should work. Did I restart the bot? Alright guys, I wasn't paying attention. I think I might have restarted the bot, but I can't remember, so I'm going to restart the bot anyway. Maybe I restarted the bot twice, I don't know. I'm getting old. Yeah, I did restart the bot. You could also try winning rock, paper, scissors. That's a great way to win tokens. You can also try playing rock, paper, scissors. That's a great way to win tokens. Okay. That looks good to me. Let's try quote create. So I'm going to add a new quote. This time I'm going to use a quote create. Hey, it works. Cool. Alright, so our new one works as well. So both of those seem to be functioning as we expect them to. Okay, so we added a quote. So we extracted out an add quote operation. So there's some of our refactoring that we were planning on doing. Pulling that into an operation instead of being part of the command. And when I click that push button, for anybody who is new here, we are sending all that out to GitHub, and you can see that there. Quote alias. What kind of quote alias, Janiscu? Hang on, everybody. I'm going to jump in this rock, paper, scissors game. I never lose at rock, paper, scissors. Wait, what did you try to... Oh, you tried to choose it. There is no nuke. There's no nuke, Swifty Spiffy. Although technically I could have, like, probably secretly added another type while no one was paying attention. and that would have been pretty funny. Okay, so we now have an operation for that, and we are now suggesting that we want to take a look and see if we can't make it so that our delete operations become the same thing. So here's what I'm going to propose. I want to make a generic delete operation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make public class delete. I'm going to call it generic delete operation. And we're going to make it of type T. It's going to implement base command operation where T is a data item. That is the name of our data item, right? Data entity. There it is, data entity. There we go. All right. You did. Summer 600. Welcome. Good luck in the rock paper scissors game. Some people should have gotten you the coins to be able to do that. Wait, did I win? I didn't win. How did I not win? It's rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged. Oh, wait, I swear it's not rigged. I'm glad Janiscu knew what quote... Oh, no, Janiscu was just guessing through the quote numbers trying to find the one. Yeah, it was quote 3. See, Janiscu, now you gotta remember quote 3 for it's not rigged. You know, for a while, Aaron Tag, you do know it's a 1/3 chance every time. Oh, that's actually pretty cool, Summer. We don't have that many people on our YouTube channel. As we do on Twitch. And I hope you know that alternately you can actually catch the stream in the video archives on Twitch too. And yeah, Swifty Spiffy, it costs coins to join the rock paper scissors game. Might I recommend Hangman next time? There you go, Hangman game. Yeah, so if you're on YouTube, Summer, then we're a ways past that right now, because I've got those on a pretty good delay. I actually scheduled some more yesterday. Yeah, so that's the link to the YouTube. So the value in the YouTube one is that it lets you catch up on what we did a while ago. So if you missed out on our early streams, and you do want to check those out, the best place to do that is to go to the YouTube archives if they're no longer on Twitch, and you will see them there. So we want to, well, I want to steal this set of words right here, actually. So there is our, and actually I'm going to add a delete. Oh, that is not the word. Oh, yeah, it was not C++. Oh, Arid tag. That was so close. Yeah, so sounds good, Summer. Welcome. If you haven't clicked the follow button, click the follow button, and you will get notified when we go live. So you make sure to catch these. Although maybe you already are one of our followers. I can't remember who all of the people are that are followed. We're actually getting close to 700, which is amazing. You people are all awesome, actually. It was Janiscu that won the Hangman game, Angry Little Hamster. Low the coding Oh, thank you, Summer. Glad to hear it. That is the point. Education, fun. There's a lot of useful things that we can do with this. Okay, so I want to make this generic. So we have a generic operation here. So what I want to do is, okay, so we want to have some kind of delete. Yeah, very very likely then, Summer, which means I didn't register the name because I say the names of people when they follow during the live stream, but I don't catch up on all the people that follow outside of it. So, okay, so in order to make this work, for the generic ones, we need to use a policy associated with their type. And then once we have the policy for their type, we need to get them in some way. So what that means, okay, so I'm going to need some kind of a function. All right, here's what we're going to do. I need one additional thing in order to make this work. So, we need to have a constructor, and we need to have a private... So first off, we need to have a private repository. This is going to be our repository. Inside of this, we are going to need to... so I need to put that up there. Okay. This will make sense in a second, everybody. But here's what I have to do. I have to do a function. Please don't kill me, everybody. And our function needs to take in, it needs to return back, needs to be a function of t. I think. No, it needs to be a function of Boolean. It needs to be a function of Boolean. Assuming you have the repository that accepts the iRepository. I think. I'm going to call it foo for now, because I don't have a better name for it, and foo is the name that I give to things when I don't have a name for them, because I won't commit a foo. Did I miss anything in there? Nope. Okay. What does this do? Declare? Right, members, properties. Yeah, I really need to learn how to use this tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to steal that, and then I'm going to say private this underscore foo, and then underscore foo equals foo. And then down here we are going to say underscore foo okay, basically we need the I just need the selector, really, right? That's a good point. Repository, I just need a selector. Oh, I need an I specification something or other time this. Okay. So here's what we need to do. We need to be able to get a single instance of this. I need an I specification of t. That's all I need. I specification of t. Specification. There we go. Problem solved, everybody. My brain has started working again. It's okay. Every once in a while the brain fails, and then you just reboot it. Specification equals specification. There we go. It's okay, everybody. It's okay. I'm alive. I didn't die. And now I'm going to say var data item equals that. Now I'm going to say something else. And that is a specification that might need something else to it. Okay, so brain reset we want. Okay, cool. Oh wow, that was a bunch of people that won. There you go. Nicely done, everybody. Okay. So we'll see. There's going to be one more step I'm going to have to take, I think. Okay, so we're going to get the command arguments out there, I think. There might be more to it than that. I might not be 100% just yet on how we need to set that up. Coated Beard, welcome. So I'm going to do this, steal this code, bring it up here, put it there. Instead of saying existing word, we're going to get rid of that. And I am going to say if it is null, then the I'm going to say type of t.name. What was that? That was Maze of Rivia. Welcome. Thank you for following. Hopefully you're enjoying DevChatter so far. And let's see, does anyone know about Java? Plenty of people know about Java. I've worked with it before, and I'm sure many others have in here. Java will look a lot like the code we're writing on this stream, although it is not this code. The you tried to delete does not exist. And then again, data item. Okay, that's an extra safety for that one that I yanked this code from. Then I want to do a remove on that data item. And then we're going to say the this has been deleted. You tried to delete does not exist, and then that one, it has been deleted. Okay, other things we need to put in here are a user role, acquired role, so I'm going to create another one of these. And I actually realize after doing this that I don't want that to be private on any of these. I want these all to be protected. Because it's very likely that the way that we're going to implement these is by saying that all of them are generic delete operations, and any of the ones that are special, like for example this alias one, where it prevents the deletion of a primary alias, that those are just these but overriding one of the earlier values. Okay, so now we should be able to leverage this. Okay. It's not perfect yet. We're going to need one other change before this is going to work. That was a terrible job with the name. Why would I want backtick 1? What was I thinking? Backtick 1? Rawr! 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 Thank you, bot. Okay, so generic delete operation is going to come in here. That is a generic of this. So the part that we're going to mess up is our specification's still not quite perfect because we put that in there, but the problem is our specification isn't going to be able to be based on these values just yet. So that's why this is going to need to be a function, and I'm not quite there yet with getting this extracted out. So we'll see in a second what this is going to do, but I'm gonna make this happen for the quote command first, I think. It's the one we were just working on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say new generic delete operation of type, what is it, a quote entity. And then for this one, we need to pass in our repository. We also need to pass in our specification. Now this is where it's not going to be quite right. We're going to say quote entity policy dot by quote ID, but I don't have the quote ID, and this is where I run into the problem. But we'll fix that in a second. User role dot mod. So we're going to say only a moderator can delete a quote, and it gets the repository, and then we also need to give it a some kind of specifications. So in some way we need to give it this piece, but allowing us to pass in that. So what we're going to do is this. We are going to say that we need a method passing in an event args. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. It needs to receive an event args and return back a specification. So I'm going to go back into this. So it's not just an I specification of T. It needs to be a function. So function means there's going to be a return value. That return value is going to be an I specification of T. But the input parameter is going to be a command received event args. So that parameter is a little uglier than I'd like, but should do what we want. I think I need a using. Yep, using system. And I am actually going to move that to be the last parameter. So we're going to make role required come before that. I'm going to put it there. Move that down to its own line, because it's a little less ugly on its own line. So we're going to call this the spec function for now, because I don't have a better name for it. Spec function. We're going to grab that there. Yeah, I know. It's a little weird right now, guys. It's a little weird. I think it's going to make sense. Just bear with me. And once this is working, if it doesn't make sense, just ask me about it, and we will make it make sense. This is the spec function. It's almost like a spec factory method or something. Wait, did I write it backwards? I wrote it backwards. Sorry. That's the input parameter. That's the output parameter. Way to flip them, Brendan. Way to flip them. Okay, so that's the input parameter, that's the output parameter, which means now when we call this, we call the spec function, pass that in, and then it'll return back a specification. We're going to fix that name, don't worry. It's not going to be called a spec function forever. So, what that means is we're going to have an E, whoops, not an E, not an event, so we're going to say E dot, so that should be our event args, and then this should be a quote entity policy dot by quote ID, and then I want to make a little safety in here. Have a good lurk, Arid Tag. Janisku, Java like dinos. Yes, yes they do. DevChatter hype. Okay, so I want to get us a little extension method on string to make this work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop over to extensions. I'm going to hop over to our string extensions. We have a no at, and an equals insert. So I am going to shove those down, say public static int int question mark. Public static int question mark safe to int. This string, and maybe someone knows a better way to do this than what I do here. If you do, shout it out and we'll use it. We'll do an int.try parse. So we'll say if int.try parse, we're going to say source out int number, and then we are going to say inside of here we're going to say, wait, what? Oh, whoops. That explains why that got all wonky. Return number. Otherwise, if we didn't get that, then we are going to return null. So attempt to parse, do that. Okay. So over here, now we're going to say e dot oh, right, this jumped to the beginning. My bad. That's why I got so confused. I forgot I also rearranged the parameters. There we go. So quote entity policy e dot, and then we're going to say arguments. And then we want to get, so it's going to be argument number 0, 1, 2. Argument number 1. Element adder default 2. Safe to int. In this case, we don't care, so if it's null, then pass in. I don't think we can ever have negatives. Do I allow that to... Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Element editor default that. Which means we no longer need this one, so we're going to use our new one, our generic one. Let's give it a shot. I'm not sure if this is going to work. Let's find out together. Cross your fingers, everybody. Because this one is going to be a wild one. Let's go ahead and restart our bot here. Get the bot out of there. Let me go ahead and get this running. Hopefully everybody's ready for this. I need a drum roll button. The bot is back in here. Let's check the quote command. There it is. We're going to make a new quote. Ready to delete. Okay, quote number 13. Let's call it. So everybody should be able to see there over on the right side of the screen. Off to my left. Quote number 13. And I am going to go ahead and say, first off, remove... I'm going to try one that doesn't exist. The quote entity you tried to delete does not exist. Very nice. Okay, so we're using the correct code. Delete. We said 13. Oh no! Oh, whoops. Quote delete 13. Helps if I'm not foolish. The quantity you try to delete does not exist. Oh, but 13 does exist. Look, I can click a button. I don't have to make the sound myself. I thought we were going to get that to work, everybody. Thank you, Janiscu. Okay, the quote you tried to delete does not exist. Quote has been deleted. Turn it. We didn't throw an error or something, did we? No, no errors. Alright, let's debug this real quickly. Here goes. Breakpoint. Execute Order 66. Alright. Anyway. Now that we're continuing with that. Oh, dang it. Alright, well. RIP. How's fun while it lasted there, huh, guys? One sec. Stop debugging. Let's try that again. Only with fewer thrown exceptions from the Twitch API. I'm sure all the regulars here are aware of that one. The undocumented Twitch API, where we call to get who are the chatters that are currently in chat, it will sometimes just throw an exception, and that is completely outside of our control. We don't have any way of avoiding that. It's just going to happen. So, anyway, let me attempt to delete quote 13. So we get in here. Okay. We should have a spec. And what is our spec? Our spec is criteria, almost value, specification, quantity, by code ID. Okay. That might do what we want. Alright, we're going to try that again. Gonna try calling that again. We're gonna see what happens. Quote 13. So it says it does not exist. It's right there. I swear it exists. What is the result of this? I'm gonna check the immediate window. Null. Okay. No. What? Oh, it was one son of a... frigga. No developer's ever made an off-by-one error. Never. Never ever. It's never been done before. This is the first time ever. Yes, see, Swifty Spiffy was there, just lurking. Couple of minutes late, but there's Swifty Spiffy to complain about the chatter's call that always throws the 500 error. I need to get around to wrapping that. I haven't done it yet. That's on me, guys. I'm sorry about that. I will get to it eventually. Said every developer ever. Alright, let's try deleting this time. Alright, it's been deleted, it says. So now, let's try quote 13 again. I'm sorry, we don't have one. Hey, hey, look at that generic delete method. Okay. I'm gonna not commit any changes to that one, because it shouldn't need them. So, created a generic delete operation. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and get this all sent up. And that becomes a nice refactoring task for someone at some point to add the next one to it and get something else using the same one. Because in theory, two things could use that same generic delete operation now. So I'm going to hop over here. We're going to create a new pull request for this. So that is delete quotes. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't get rid of our old one. Let me get rid of our old one. And, yeah, Swifty Spiffy. Your 1.5-minute delay is impressive, actually. I'm assuming you're running on an iOS device. Because that's where I get the longest delay. My iPad has like 40-second delay longer than my phone, which is insane. Yeah, so Summer, there's some issues right now. One that I need to fix. We're not totally done with this yet, but you're right. Oh man. Oh, you're testing me here. You're testing me here. Welcome, Kyutian, and I apologize for messing up your name. I tried. You scared me. I slowed down. I shouldn't have. But welcome. Thank you for following. And yes, Summer, you are 100% correct. There is something that we need to fix. So don't worry. We're gonna get to it. But I want to delete our delete quote operation entirely because we don't need it anymore in theory, assuming we actually deleted all uses to it. Let's see. Ah, good. Wired internet. That is my favorite thing. It is glorious. My other favorite thing is wireless internet, because it is wireless, and that is also glorious. Okay, there we go. Bot should restart as long as we don't run into the Chatter API failure. It didn't hit that, so the Twitch API did not throw a 500 error and mess us up there. Okay, so I'm going to commit that change that we just made here. Remove unused delete quote operation. Literally the one we just created, which is kind of silly. Okay, so here is the thing that we need to fix. We want to jump over into Entity Framework. Take a look over here. Quote ID has an index on that. Now we do something that's like has let's see, property, and then property name or something. How do I get it based on the type? Alright, here's what we're gonna do, because I don't remember how to do this. I am gonna hit Google because that's what we do when we don't have EF core auto number, and I want to do it auto increment on primary key with Entity Framework, generated values. Here we go. Value generated on add, and I don't want to do it with data annotations because I'm against data annotations for this kind of thing. Property that, value generation. Okay, thank you. That's what I wanted. Okay. Quote ID. There we go. Wait, what? Maybe I can specify them both this way then? Rip. Is that the way I do it? Alright. Yeah, Swifty Spiffy, quiet you. I don't remember my EF core crap. You know how long it's been since I've messed with this? Oh, yeah, okay. I thought he was calling me one, and I was like, yeah, I googled for a thing, whatever, we all do it. What are you using for the color output in Visual Studio? If you mean the general color here, that is just the dark theme in Visual Studio. If you're talking about the color down here in the warnings, I believe that is coming from CodeRush, because I'm not used to having that. And if you're talking about the tabs along the top having different color, that is from the Productivity Power Tools extension. It has one called... what do they call it? The Custom Document Well, which is part of the Productivity Power Tools. Welcome, CyberZ1983. Yeah, so the down below, that is that coloring came in from CodeRush, I believe. So, yep. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the way the tabs work because they're color-coded by project, which is very nice, actually. Okay, so... no problem, man. Appreciate you being here. Hopefully you like the stream. Okay, so, I'm not sure what EF is going to do about this. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it and just make sure that it runs okay with that code being in there, first off. And then I want to do a migration with that, because I think what's going to happen is Entity Framework is, when I do an EF migration, okay, so the code runs fine with that. So now what I want to do is I want to do an EF migration. How am I doing on commits, by the way? Oops, clicked the wrong button. Get out of here, preview. Okay, so actually I'm going to push, but I'm not going to commit this yet. I want to go to the Package Manager console, and I'm going to do... Now I need to look up, I think it's just package is the parameter I pass in, but I'm not 100% on that. And actually, I'm not pushing that yet. EF core migrations. I believe the parameter that I pass is project. That's the one. Using a separate project. Here we go. There it is. Yep. So it's just project. I just wanted to confirm. Okay, so this is thing, name, thing, change, and then we're going to do dash project, and then it is going to be DevChatter.bot.infra.ef. Now someone said something in chat. Raptor! I'm currently messing around with creating modules for that magic mirror lib for Raspberry Pi. Sounds like fun. So one of those things, it's always a discussion on the internet, is how much extra time developers should be putting into coding, like outside of their day job. And I kind of sit there and I'm like, well, I mean, it really comes down to you. If you like coding and you've got an interesting project you want to work on, yeah, go ahead and do some coding on the side. I need to have a music thing. Mr. Bad News, check down below. I've got links to it. It's Relax Daily. So if you look down there, you'll see the information about the music. And I should have a music command, which async awake is correct. Let me go ahead and make one really quickly. So, well, nah, I'm not going to get to it just yet, because I thought I had something I could just copy and paste in there, but I don't. Okay, so what is this? We are quote ID auto number, I think is what this migration is. Hopefully that's the only change that happens. We're going to see if someone should have done a migration earlier and didn't. Quote ID, there it is. Quote ID, entities, nullable, annotation, value generation strategy, identity column, type of int. Okay. I think that will work. Cross your fingers. And what that means is we no longer want to set that value when we are creating one. Oh, I didn't need to change that. Let's go ahead and go to the quote entity, which is here, and it has a quote ID. Now, there's where we do that. This is on creating one. Let's not set it, because we don't need to. And when it comes back, it should be set. Where else was it used? Anywhere? That's fine. Okay, those are fine. All right. So I think that'll work. Let's go ahead and I'm going to stop the bot. So at the beginning of when the bot runs, it is going to do an initial migration. It should update our database with that change, because definitely off screen it did not just did not just throw an exception. Because that would be really bad. So, because that'd be annoying, because then I'd have to go fix it. Raptor, you've never been paid for code. All you do is fiddle around and learn. Going to school soon for it, though. Ah, so you are where I was before. Long ago, I just fiddled around with code, and then I went to school, and while I was at school, they paid me to write code. And then when I was done with school, they paid me to write code. But that doesn't mean I didn't always write code on the side. So I wrote code long before I went to school for it. I think most of us do. Paid to write code, yeah! Exactly, Swifty Spiffy. Okay, so... no, an operation. Okay, so... Is there a safe way? No. No, that's not what I want. Oh, I was looking for a real answer to that question. Alright, guys. I got two solutions here. I can save the data. You guys want me to save my quotes, huh? Probably. I probably want to save my quotes. Oh, yeah. GitHub is a lot of fun. Hey, we used to use stuff way worse than GitHub, man. So... yeah, Swifty Spiffy. You'd be surprised where you can get job offers from. I don't know who this Brendan dude is, but man, he sounds pretty cool right there. He's said all kinds of interesting stuff. Oh yeah, Craigify added one a long time ago. I think you used to be able to add them. Craigify is not a mod. It's kind of funny. Alright, so if I want to save this data... wait, what was that? Script to file. What? Let's see. I am going to attempt to do this and see what happens. I'm not sure what that file is going to be. Oh, that's true, I could. I could go over here, and I could just open up the table, and I could go to the chat users table, which it's not a coins table. I could just go over here, and then I can go to Swifty Spiffy, who's somewhere in here, right? I think. I don't know, where are you, Swifty? Where's Swifty Spiffy? Gotta be in here somewhere. There's too many names. I'm not gonna find you. Is there a way to filter this? Filter and sort. There we go. Got it. Swifty Spiffy. Where's Swifty? I maxed out at 1,000 rows. Sorry, guys. Oh, Yarksy and yeah. So you figured out what I was gonna do. Sort by token count. I'll be at the bottom. Actually, that is kind of funny. I could sort by token count. That would put all the regulars up at the top. So Swifty actually will be up here. Now the part you're gonna laugh about is, look, there's Suzuna right here. Why aren't you up that high, huh? Jeez, Swifty. Alright, let's see. Add lots of numbers, like really, really big numbers. Like that really big number, right? That's the number? There we go. I increased your number by 1. Yeah, the bot's not online right now. Okay, so closing this one, we need to adjust this table. Now, what I'm wondering is, will it let me make this change in here? Oh, hang on. I made a file, guys, and I need to see what's in that file. Ladies, gentlemen, now is the moment. Now is the moment of truth. Are there really entries in here? Yes, there are. Yes, it made it as a bunch of inserts. This is perfect. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to delete the quote table. I'm going to empty it out. How do I delete all the data from this table? I mean, I could just script delete it all, but I figured there would be like... And I guess I could just drop and create the table again. It's probably going to block me though. But once I'm in here, I could just delete all the entries or truncate them. Oh, yep. Don't click that button, Brendan. I forgot I'm in Visual Studio, not in Management Studio, and then hit the F5 button. Alright, there we go. Is backspace really how you delete in that screen? That's funny. Alright, guys. Gals, let's do this. Nope, still doesn't want to do it. See, I'm getting the, change the identity needs to be dropped and recreated. To change the identity property of a column, the column needs to be dropped and recreated. Alright, let's try it from here. So this is update database, right? Something like that. Project DevChatter.bot.infra.ef. Okay. Just seriously. He still won't do table rebuilds. Son of a. Swifty Spiffy, quiet you, and yes, I'm aware that dropping the table will solve all the problems, because it would then just do it from there. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you do. Yeah, so I could go run it in Management Studio. Either way, oh man, I can't believe that doesn't work. That could be so much nicer. Alright. Here's what we're going to attempt to do then. So I don't want to transfer all the... I don't want to do like some weird data transfer. That's strange. So we've got a little bit of a problem because EF Core doesn't quite do the EF migration the way we want it to. We're going to kind of make it work. And the way that we're going to do this is this. I am going to ask the interwebs, because I forget what it is, EF migrations script generating a script migration. So actually, let's do this and save that code. We're gonna say script migration, so it doesn't actually run it. Oh, so what? It can't even script it if it has to drop a table? Son of a... That's really stupid. I can't believe it requires that. Really, data loss could occur, thanks. Is that how dropping a table works? Okay. So what we're gonna do is this. I have a way around it, I think. Let me do this. We're gonna go over into this project. We're gonna open up the app settings. We're gonna go ahead and make this DevChatter bot 2. I'm gonna go ahead and run this. Congratulations, everybody! The bot data has been reset. Swifty Spiffy no longer has 0 token. Oh wait, everyone has 0 tokens. I'm gonna see whether or not it works here or whether it complains about it. It complains about it here. So what that means is we need to start out with this thing, and we need to trick this piece of crap into thinking that we already have that working the way that we do. How is this like this? How? How have you let it get this far, Microsoft? Oh, Swifty Spiffy, I was just kidding. We're going back to the same data. You'll get all your tokens back. Okay, so we need to have it start off with this thing right off the bat with an auto number thingy in the beginning and make it think that that's the way it works. And I apologize to anybody that is actually running this bot already, but you are about to feel the same pain that I am. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the migrations and we are going to lie. Lie like the horrible people that we are. And by that I mean we're going to go in here, the quote ID table, quote ID, so is that where it is? We don't want to alter the column if we can avoid it. What's the snapshot? Oh, okay, we did want that. Okay, hang on. So we are going to give it an annotation like that. I think. Giving it one of those, identity column something or other. Alright, so we're gonna lie. This is gonna be terrible. We're not gonna be happy about it. We're going to pretend that that database was always like that. Then we're going to run this code. And once the bot's up and running, I'm going to script that table that we just did. So I created a new database so that we could script it. And I just noticed, iRaptor, you followed, and I don't remember if I welcomed you, but welcome. I know that I've already been talking to you, so... Oh, whoops, hang on. I need to undo my model snapshot for a second. Wait, model snapshot's fine. Because I modified that one to preserve the lie. Alright, I'm hopping over here. Update database. Refresh this. Okay, I've got DevChatter bot 2 right here, and I have a quote entities table that I'm going to script as a create in the create window. But I don't want to use DevChatter bot 2. I want to use DevChatter bot 1. So now I should have recreated the table in the other one. And our lie should be preserved. Refresh this. Delete the unneeded database. I no longer need it. Close any existing connections, because I don't want to have any problems with the existing bot running. Open this up. We should now have our quote entities table, which I believe is empty. It is. Now I want to preserve this data. So in order to do that, I am going to need to come over here, and we are going to do a new query, and I'm going to paste this in. So this is the data, but in order to do that, I believe it's a set underscore identity insert on or whatever. But the internet's going to make sure I don't mess it up. Yep, set identity insert and then on and off. So before I run it, set identity insert on, and then after I run it, set identity insert off. And what is my table? It is this one. There we go. And someone was probably like yelling at me in chat, like, don't forget to put that in. Okay. This mess is why I like to do SQL separate from EF. Yeah, Summer, I agree. So I was trying out migrations because I was like, that's a cool concept. I like it. And yeah, that's also part of the reason why you'll notice that I also don't use the data annotations, because I don't like the idea of my main domain model objects in my project having any understanding of the fact that we're going to be storing this in a database, as I think that gets dangerous. Wait, table does not have the identity property. Oh, what? I thought I gave it an identity column. I sure hope I didn't do all this work and there wasn't an identity column on that. It didn't make one. MJack1017, welcome. Thank you for following. Summer, I'm not sure how far delayed you are there. Sounds like you've got a good delay. So I want this to be an int, and ideally an identity column. Why didn't it get it, though? Swifty Spiffy, I have not actually messed with the Twitch extensions yet, but I do intend to. It looks like some awesome stuff, and I love the fact that they've made it so that you can even tie into the apps, which is really cool. Yeah, Summer, if you are on if you're in the web browser, the delay isn't quite as bad. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to make a slight adjustment to our other code, and we're not going to get this fixed yet, because this is just a pain in the rear. And I cannot believe this isn't working yet. So I'm going to discard those changes. We're going to reload this. I have that saved elsewhere, so I don't need it. I'm going to close app settings. I'm going to close that. I'm going to come over here. This is not going to be based on count. I want to grab the max. The highest quote ID that we have, and we're going to add 1 to it. And yes, I'm aware of the fact that that is not the best way to do this, but it's better than we've got today, and it is not, because that fixes the issue, but we still have a problem. So fix quote ID default bug. We need to get that an identity column, and soon, because without it we're going to have some serious problems here. So I will figure that out off stream so that I don't have to bang my head against the wall. That, or I might ask Julie Lehrman about that one, because she might have a better answer for us. So that's a bummer. Alright, so we've got that sent in there. The next thing that I want to take a look at is, let's go ahead and, we were going to do a pull request, but I did not finish that one. So let's go ahead and bring that up. I'm going to make sure the bot's still running. Make sure we're not throwing any exceptions at the beginning like we were when we were trying to do our migration. Coins, I have 0. I have 0 coins. Well, that's not good. Derek, we're gonna go with Derek, so I don't even have to guess on what language that J is coming from and thus how to pronounce it, but welcome, thank you for following. Hopefully you're enjoying DevChatter. Chat users, view data. Oh man, that would be the worst. Oh man, oh, he's gonna kill me. Oh, he's gonna kill me. No, I did set it back, I think. But I think our weird changes, I think I must have actually made it migrate our data. Which is a real bummer. Did I? Oh, if I nuked my commands, that would be the worst. Oh, no. Wait. Yeah, schedule command. Okay, they're still there. Well, how did those get nuked? How did chat users get nuked? Wow, man, that would suck. That would suck. Oh, luckily they were kind of pointless anyway. But bummer, I had like thousands of users in there, man. That's tons of things with plenty of data. Let's see, huh. Well, that's mildly scary, huh? Yeah, it says data's already up to date. Ah, and no, I don't back up. Why would I back up this stuff? Yeah, that's a bummer. Well, not a huge deal. Not a big loss. It's silly data anyway. We don't do anything with it. We just run this silly bot. Alright, we'll start over. Luckily, I have a solution to this problem. Wait, welcome to the chat. What the? Hey! There's Ed too. Hey, how's it going? Welcome everybody. I see a bunch of new people hopping in right now. Beyond 1991. No, we don't back up the dev database. This isn't a production database. But we are going to actually put this out somewhere eventually. And once this is running in a real spot and our bot's actually just running, yeah, I'm kind of surprised by that. Since it's unwilling to drop a table to do the migration I want it to do, I'd be really surprised if it's willing to nuke some data on that, which is kind of weird. But, meh. Either way. Ed, thanks for the follow. Alright, yeah, so the quotes survived. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to do this. I happen to know that, we're going to give Swifty a bonus 100 points. So now we can go ahead and do our top command. And congratulations, Swifty Spiffy, you are now #1 in the chat. And you want pet, Summer. So that's the command for that one. And let's play a game of Hangman, everybody. That's a good way for people to earn more coins. Yeah, I fixed that one, Swifty. Huh, man. Alright, so... where was I? We were going to make a pull request on this one, and I was going to... generic, set up generic operations. So we're setting up our generic operations there. This one I want to get someone else to look at that's not me. So I'm gonna ask for help wanted. So someone else, if you get the chance, hop on our GitHub, take a look at this, and let me know how bad you think this code is, so that I have someone else to at least tell me yes or no on whether or not I should merge that. So our GitHub, by the way, if you check over there on the right hand side of the screen, is at github.com/devchatter. and someone already solved it. Well, so someone else start up a, oh yeah, Janiscu, sorry about that. Janiscu. Have some bonus coins there, Janiscu. Yeah, coins have been reset, Janiscu, sorry. Don't kill me. And then async awake. Yeah, that's true, Janiscu, you did have, like... here you go. Congratulations, Janiscu, have 3,000 coins. It would be fun somehow to have the soundboard wired up to the chatbot. That would keep alive both projects and provide even more varied opportunity for participation. Obviously, it would have to be restrictions so viewers won't be able to flood the audio of the stream with sound effects. Yes, exactly, Async Awake. I think it would be a good idea to throw essentially the soundboard style thing into this. So basically triggered sounds using commands. I like the idea. Let's go ahead and call that an enhancement. Alright, where was this? And yeah, alright, Async Awake. Have some coins. Alright, Green Tea Fox. Hey, is it okay, beginner, if I try to tackle some of the... Green Tea Fox, it absolutely is. In fact, that's why we... so, even if I forget to mark something as a good first issue, everyone is actually welcome to contribute to our projects. Obviously, there's a reason they are, you know, reviewed and pull requested. If they're not ready to go in, I will let you know that. Don't take it as an insult. Even great developers always, you know, either miss something or, you know, need to have things checked. Remember, I'm asking you guys to review my code before I even submit it to my own project sometimes. So, a useful thing. So if someone asks you to make a change, don't worry about it. Just make the change, or even respond back and ask if you're not sure what the change needs to be. So we're a community here. Everybody's welcome to contribute. Okay, so Crimson Green showed up and gave himself 8,000 coins. Sounds about right. I won 25 coins too, and I'm not showing my coins. Let's see, bonus 50,000. Nope, that's not gonna work. Keep throwing code at the wall and see what sticks. That's a good way to. Yeah, what Swifty said. Actually, he was making a joke there, but there really is something to that. Just write some code and you'll get better and better at it. And did I break the coin giving? That's possible. Here, try this one. We can check and see if the coin giving works there. Send a quote command to the user based on parameter password assigned. So what did we do? We now allow a mod to delete. So we're gonna go ahead and close that issue. Hop back over here. Well, whoops. I don't want to close that issue. Reopen this. This is 117. That's tied to this one. What am I talking about? Fixes 117. There we go. Don't be an idiot, Brendan. Don't be an idiot. I know it's tempting sometimes. Okay. Other things that I want to take a look at include... I'm going to hop back over to the master branch. How are you guys doing on the Hangman game, by the way? Oh. Arid Tag got it. It was C#. Good job, Arid Tag. You guys are funny working on that. Alright. So here is what I wanted to take a look at a little bit on stream. We have a couple of interesting things in here that don't make sense to me. So inside of our Twitch project, we have a Twitch chat client, and the Twitch chat client has it is an iChat client. Here's the part that doesn't make sense. On new subscriber being on here. Now I'm betting something else has that, but this is a spot where you can find it. C# Fritz? No, that's not what we were guessing there, Janiscu. Good old chatters make sense as a good starting point. And then we want to we say noticed because we don't care whether they joined or whether they did something that told us they were here already. That's why we like noticed. Wait, what? Janiscu, you have discovered something strange. Where are... I thought Crimson Green gave himself coins. Did Crimson Green not give himself coins? Oh, I wonder. Hang on a sec. We may have a problem that we need to fix, gents. Ladies and gentlemen, time to fix things. Let's go bug fixing instead. So I was gonna do some refactoring, but it looks like we've got some bug fixing to do. So we're gonna hop over into the coins command. I don't know if you guys are seeing that, but that's not making sense to me. Oh wait, no, Crimson couldn't give them to himself. Never mind, that's why. Bonus Crimson Green. Right? Don't I block you from giving them to yourself? There we go, okay. Oh, yeah. You might be tied there, Arid Tag. There we go. Yeah, so that's the bug, I think, Crimson Green. I thought we blocked that. I thought we'd prevent you from doing that. User to check. Specified user. Oh, I wanted to go to the bonus command. Let's take a look. Here we go. Here's the problem. Equals insecure bonus receiver. And did we know at both of those? I don't need to know at that one. Oh. Let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna go ahead and commit this one. Stopping the bot before you can get away with that. Hey, thank you for the host, Swifty Spiffy. You hosted me for a viewer. Is that viewer you? No one lurking in the Swifty Spiffy channel. But I do appreciate the hosts. I do not complain when people host me. I thank them. As long as I notice. Okay. Crimson Green, try it again. Swifty. DevChatter. Hey, it blocked me. There we go. Failed to send coins. Oh, you did a give. No, Crimson. Do a bonus. You're allowed to give your own coins away. Yeah, there you go. All right. Got it. Cool. Fixed. So I think it probably blocked it from happening somewhere, maybe. But maybe, I'm not sure. There might be another bug that we need to look at. Let me go ahead and get this on a branch that we're going to call bug fixing. And I need to clean up my branches, too. Bug fixing. Alright, so case insensitive. Check on same person bonus. Yeah, so top must be based on something that's not quite right yet, or we're not saving yet, error tag. I'm not sure yet. I'm sure there's still a bug. We're digging into that. We're gonna figure it out. Something's going on. So let's take a look at the top command. Is it coming straight out of the database? Repository list, top users descending. Okay. So the bonus command, something's not working right. I'm betting in the currency generator. That would be my guess. Async awake is listed as having 4,000, so that looks like that piece is working. UPS truck is stopping at my house, hopefully with, you know, stuff that I want it to show up with. Little waffle. That is an extension method I created. Never mind. UPS guy's not stopping at my house. He's stopping at my house and delivering stuff across the street. That was a bummer. Yeah, so Little Waffle, basically, I can show... Oh, whoops. Actually, I just realized I sorted in the wrong direction. Descending would be way more useful. Crimson Green got the 800 that I gave him. So not everybody got all of them when I sent out... So my bonus isn't always working. So there's some kind of an error on that. Crimson Green, you're talking about the USPS delivered package. I'm waiting for mine as well. I'm surprised I haven't gotten it. Oh, actually, Ed... this is not GitHub for Windows. This is GitHub Desktop. It is a slightly different program. Both of them actually work right now, although you can't get the installer for GitHub for Windows. And interestingly, GitHub for Windows does not update to this. These are separate programs. So this is GitHub Desktop. And I use this for the stream, and it actually works pretty well for this. So it is actually pretty slick. The one thing that bugs me is when I type in the summary box and I hit enter, it does not click the commit button for me, which I really wish it would do. So, who knows, we can talk to GitHub about that, and hopefully they will fix it for us. Okay, so we clearly have some kind of bug on this. Alright, so the receiver and the giver, I'm going to say that those are right because the messages are coming out correctly. My guess is that when we're calling add currency to, that's when we're running into the problem. So we're going into add currency to. When we go to the implementation of this, we're doing go to the collection, update a specific chatter. When we go, oh, hey, we got a typo. We should fix that at some point. Huh. That's really neat. Oh, did it? Yeah. Desktop.github.com will give you the same link. That's why I said you can't get to the old one anymore. You can only get to the new one. So at least they fail you into this one. There are things I like better about the old one. There are things I like better about this one. It's kind of a toss-up there. So, oh, little waffles. Yeah, I can explain that. It's actually really simple. Let me show you that one. Basically, I just wrote a little extension method. This is equals insert, equals insecure, basically. I couldn't come up with a better name for it when I was on stream, so this is what we stuck with. Basically, it just lets me do a little case-insensitive equals, so it's shorthand for writing basically that. So it's that a lot of times you have to write like string dot equals and then the value and then string comparison and then some kind of thing to tell it that you want it to be case insensitive, and it gets kind of long and messy, and I wanted a shorthand for it, so I just added an extension method. And basically, if you don't know how extensions work in C#, the idea is that you create a static method, and the static method actually does take in the value that it's going to look like it's a member of. So I call it on a string. So I have like string dot, and the way that I tell it that is I use a this keyword before the string, and what that means is this is going to be treated as if it applies to string objects. So that makes it a string extension. And then in my actual declaration of the method, I just use whatever variable I had, and I just use it. So, Janisku, we're fixing that. We're fixing that. Does that make sense, Little Waffle? Let me know if it doesn't, and I can elaborate further on extension methods, and that one specifically. Okay, so update specific chatter. So we're doing that. So we lock on the active chatter lock. Wow, see, we're even locking on it. How's it getting messed up? So we look for them in our list of current people. We apply the update. Update specific chatter. Okay, so that is an update to all of them. So that's give. Get a create chat user. And this must be the one that gets called by the currency generator? Yeah, right here. So we add a token to every chatter, and then this gets called. What does this get called? Right here on invoke each time this runs. So every time this runs, we call update currency on that, and then that should just be calling this. I'm actually not sure why that didn't work. Okay, awesome, Little Waffle. Glad to hear it. Nivix, welcome. Welcome back. Hopefully everybody's having a good one there. Alright, I'm going to have to dig into that one further. I'm not sure why the bonus command didn't work. I think it should have. Although it's got a little bit of weirdness there. Because even when we call this, tokens to add, list name contains display name. So even when we go to this, whoops, go to implementation, we come in here, we lock, we grab them out of this list, which I almost want to say okay, so first off, here's what I want to do. chat user is a data type that we can use. So let's go with this. Instead of a filter, we're going to do an IS specification of type chat user. Whoops. That is going to throw me off until I get used to it. I keep hitting the escape key, which really throws me off. Oh, right, because I changed this. IS specification type chat user. Okay. So now there is an implementation of that. So that's how we would apply it. Oh, filter criteria. Hang on. So this one is going to be... Instead of that, it's going to be a chat user policy all. And then let's go to our repository over here, and where spec.criteria, right? Where filter.criteria? Why is it not like that? Expression of that to that, huh? Do I have to compile this one? There we go, I had to compile it here. Okay, so the reason I have to compile it here, I forgot about this one change. So you guys probably all got really confused when I first wrote this specification. If we look over at the EF generic repo that I pulled up just to look at this, just to make sure that I did my little sanity check here, what I'm doing in order to actually use this specification is I am passing in the spec and I'm saying criteria. Now criteria in this case, if we actually go take a look at the implementation of this, is in our generic data item policy, you'll see that the criteria is an expression of function of t of bool. So the problem is that this is an expression first, and so when we're using it in EF and we're passing it to our data set, an expression is what it needs, and so that's why it's wrapped in this. But when we use it on the in-memory collection that we're using here for our active chat users, it doesn't want that, it wants a function. So I've compiled my expression of function of chat user of bool into a function of chat user of bool. And if I just confused you, yell at me and I will explain what that just did, because it's a little complicated. And I don't want to leave anybody with eyes glazed over, so I can explain it further, or we can move on depending on whether you guys really care to see it. So the reason that I did this is I want to say users to update, why don't we so that's the update to apply that we're going to apply to all of the active chat users as they are in memory. But what I want to do is this. I want to actually grab them out of the repository and use those ones as the ones we actually update in the database. So I want to get a list of them using this specification that we passed in. So I want to get a repository list, but we're going to pass in a filter. And then what I am going to do is make this be the chat users to update. So this is the old one. This is the new one. Okay. So now I'm going to set this right there. Let's comment out the old one. So these are the users to update. So we're going to apply the update. And then we're going to save it. Now, the problem is we need to change the instances in the collection. So, I want to, in here, active chat users. What is it? What is active chat users? It is a list. Okay. I can probably deal with a list. So I want to add the new one and remove the old one, if I can. Essentially replacing this one. Yeah, Twitchloft, gimme coins. I forgot I made a gimme coins command. And actually it's a gimme command that takes in, you know, parameter of what you want to receive. So active chat users. Actually, let's just find the one in here that matches. So we're gonna find one that matches display name equals insecure or insensitive, I guess I mean. And then we're gonna say chat user dot display name. So we're going to use that extension method. So we're going to find this one. And then, once we've got it, we're going to say user to update equals that. And we're going to say user to update. And then we're going to say tokens equals chat user dot tokens. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now we're going to grab the users out of the database. We're going to apply, we're going to add the coins to them, and then we're going to override what's here. So if all the operations are always supposed to be writing to the database anyway, this makes it so that it is all database stuff. I want to change the way the chat user collection works. I kind of want to make it so that this stuff's just talking to the repository every time, and the chat user collection's really just keeping track of who's online. But before I do that, we're going to need to make it so our database is uses a cached repository as its way of accessing things. So that is a change that's not very difficult that I can do pretty easily. And Kat, thank you for knocking my green screen into me. Did cat actually leave? Looks like the cat left. Oh, sorry guys. No more cat stream. No more cat stream. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and restart the bot. We're going to take a look and see what happens. So the bot is out of chat. We're going to bring him back in if I don't hit the wrong keyboard shortcuts. Oh, build error. What did I leave? Oh. Yep. So for this one, chat user policy. Using that dot by display name. Oops. We need to add a new one. Hey, Polycipher, welcome. Welcome to the stream. We have a lurk command, man, although my bot is currently not running, which is really sad. Because I'm always telling you about my bot, and now it's not running, so you can't actually see my bot do anything. So that was fun. So we're going to do list of names. And then for this, I am going to steal this code right here. Right out from under that. And I am going to toss it right over here. And then we're going to make that a generic list of string, and then we are going to say by display name, and it's going to take in list of names. And we need an extra closing paren there, and voila! Okay, so now on this one, this one's the easy one, because this one is just chat user policy, and then by display name. And then on this one, we just say x dot. Wait, do I have display? Oh, username. There we go. Any more bugs? All right, there we go. So now, when I go ahead and run this, that should get running. Alright, the bot's back in here. Lurk command should work again. There we go. Thank you for testing that for me, Nifix. So Lurk is definitely working. For anybody that's wondering, Polycypher is a Dead by Daylight streamer. He plays it's an interesting game on Steam where one player plays as a killer trying to kill other people, and then the other 4 players in the game are all survivors trying to escape from it. It's kind of a fun game. Alright, so got that all cleaned up, and I actually just used a keyboard shortcut, Control-RG, so like really good. It's a really good keyboard shortcut, and that's how I messed with my using statements. If you saw a little blip there for a second, that's what I was doing. And now if I look in here, okay, so that I'm not even going to mention. This one is switching to that. So we changed, so we fix up current, oh, you know what, I did tokens. That's not what we want to do. It's a good point. Let's go back to that code. I did the wrong thing. Chat user collection. I messed up. That was me, guys. I messed it up. How did you not yell at me? You should have yelled at me. Update to apply. I should have done this. There we go. Now I updated both. Now that's confusing. Nothing could possibly go wrong from this. Change this to do a refresh of the active chat users instead of updating one by one. Okay, we're gonna do that. Changing the update chatters code for handling token updates better. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and commit that, and that should be good. Let's see. Bonus. Janiscu. There you go. Now, it always seemed to work when I did it. It's just the ones that we had Crimson try that should have worked for him as a mod didn't seem to always work. So it's kind of confusing. So there's something weird there. That to-do I put in is a really important one. I want to change the entire way that we deal with managing users for the currency, which is kind of annoying that, yeah, currency is actually what the bot currently doesn't handle as well as it should. So I kind of want to get that fixed up. Anyway, I actually think that is a good point for a merge. So despite not really having all that much in there, let's take a look and see what ended up in that pull request. So bug fixing. We messed with that. Chat user policy. So we adjusted that. So alright, so of chat user updates. Trying to fix some strange issues we noticed with the bonus command. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna make that a little bit nicer. Okay. Next things next. So we've got that working. I'm gonna leave the bot running for now. However, do we want to work on that? Well, I guess I'll bring it back up for now. So the cool thing is the bot can keep running even if I close out of Visual Studio. I do think I'm probably going to wrap here. I'm going to run my uptime command, see how long it's been going. Don't worry, Arid Tag, I'll let that rock, paper, scissors game end. So we have been going for about 2 hours, 40 minutes, which is a pretty good stream so far. So I think I'm going to wrap it about here. Yes, gotta win back those coins. And in order to get them, I'd recommend playing games and winning them. The couple of things that I want to run through, for anybody that's new here, before you all duck out, all the code that we work on stream is out there on GitHub, so you can actually go to our GitHub and find all the code that we work on. We push all of it out there. So this is the best place to find that. Oh, see, I gotta go figure out what happened. Something weird in the build, but we'll take a look. And, oh, I know the word. Anyway, so GitHub's the great place for that. If you want to chat with us afterwards, you'll see a link to our Discord. And, our Discord is a great place to chat with all the other people that are here in DevChatter when we are not currently chatting here. So if you want to continue the DevChatter after the stream is over, the best place to do that is to go to our Discord, and you can chat with us there. No, I just had not, so it should be fixed now, Arid Tag. Here, have some coins. Yeah, I'm not sure. There's something weird with that that we'll have to look into, Arid Tag. Something weird with prizes. Maybe, I don't know. We'll take a look. So anyway, it's code we just have to dig into. We did some weird stuff with something. Yes, guys, there's some weirdness there. What I did was I programmed in if Arid Tag make lower amounts. So I wanted to thank everybody for showing up and being awesome and contributing. Thank you everybody who followed today. Thank you everybody who hosted the channel. It really is helpful when we get any hosts, when we get any follows, when you view, when you're here. Everything is useful, whatever you guys want to do, because it makes this chat more fun for more people. And heck, I enjoy it. So The next stream is actually probably going to be tomorrow, so it's actually going to be like 21 hours from now. If I can convince Mark to do that time slot, I am going to send him an invite to stream then, but whenever he can, that's when we're going to do it. So Mark Miller is a DevExpress employee, and he is someone that I've known for a long time. And we decided to install CodeRush, which is why, if you were watching me today, I didn't really know keyboard shortcuts. I'm usually a ReSharper guy, but I was going to go ahead and give CodeRush a try, and I was going to do that with Mark, so he could tell me what I am doing right and wrong, and basically just, give me a jump start in using it. And so once Mark actually shows me how to use CodeRush, I'm hoping that I will not be fumbling along and will actually be able to use that. And then, oh yeah, the community stand-up is starting sometime. I think it's a couple of hours from now. Oh yeah, Janisku, 2 hours from now. Yes. Yep. So anyway, so we're going to have a bonus stream tomorrow. Our next stream usually is on Thursdays. So our usual stream time, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So we stream 4 times a week. So you can catch us for any of those. We're usually doing something in C#. I am working on lining up some guests so we can do a bit of pair programming, shove someone up there in the top right-hand corner to program with me while we're working on this. Ooh, that could be. We definitely do need to handle that case. Twitchloff. But either way, that's something that that we're gonna have to figure out. We've got a little bit of bug fixing to do in our currency handling, so we will do that in one of these upcoming streams. So I mentioned GitHub for that, Discord to chat with us afterwards, and if you want to check our old archive of stuff, you can find that out on YouTube. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and you can see those videos. I've got them scheduled to come up. But other than that, I think we're going to wrap here. So thanks, everybody, and have a fantastic Tuesday. And that's a Taco Tuesday, for anybody that's wondering.